Vulnerable populations in Southeast Asia face unique and overlapping challenges. These groups include children, older persons, people with disabilities, of whom over 80% live in poverty, migrants, refugees, and indigenous peoples. While the region has experienced rapid social and economic development, vulnerabilities persist due to systematic inequities and emerging risk. Some of the global and regional trends that exacerbate these vulnerabilities include climate change. We see rising sea levels and extreme weather events disproportionately affects communities in coastal and rural areas. We also see the issues of population aging. An aging population place stress on healthcare and social protection systems, as well as digital transformation. Although it drives growth, the digital economy risks leaving behind those without access to education or technology. Specific examples highlight these challenges. For instance, internal displacement due to environmental disasters in Myanmar and Cambodia exacerbates poverty, while migrants across the region remain vulnerable to trafficking and exploitation. These issues highlight the urgent need for targeted, inclusive, and sustainable development efforts to address both immediate and structural changes. In addressing how the US and China engage vulnerable populations, we see that the United States and China have distinct approaches to international development in Southeast Asia, each with unique strengths and areas of impact. For the United States, they adopt a multi-sectorial approach to development, aid primarily through US aid. Some focus areas under this aid include governance, human rights, economic connectivity, environment, and health. Other programs and initiatives include the Asia Counter-Trafficking in Persons (CTIP) program addresses human trafficking, a major risk for migrants and other vulnerable groups. Also, the Gender Responsive Economic Actions for Transformation of Women in ASEAN initiative empowers women through education, economic opportunities, and STEM careers. Furthermore, monitoring and evaluation policies ensures that programs safeguard the rights of women, children, and other marginalized groups. As for China, we see that their approach emphasizes state-led development traditionally centered on infrastructure through the Belt and Road Initiative. While this fills critical gaps in economic infrastructure, concerns arise over the social and environmental impact, such as displacement from land acquisition. However, recent shifts under the Global Development Initiatives reflect a greater focus on several avenues such as health and nutrition, projects like combating child malnutrition in Myanmar, poverty alleviation, efforts in Cambodia and Laos to reduce poverty through agricultural and economic programs, multilateral engagement, increasing collaboration with international organizations. China's evolving approach, including the adoption of the Foreign Aid Project Evaluation System, also demonstrates a growing willingness to incorporate safeguards for vulnerable groups. As to how I envision US-China collaboration, I see that collaboration between the US and China holds significant potential for addressing the needs of vulnerable populations in Southeast Asia. While their approaches differ, they are complementary and could be combined to maximize impact. In terms of working together, the US can contribute its expertise in governance, in social inclusion, and rights-based approaches. China can also provide resources and experience in infrastructure development, addressing economic barriers to growth. Multilateral frameworks like ASEAN could also facilitate collaboration, ensuring that both powers work together rather than competing with each other. For example, initiatives addressing regional challenges like climate change or transnational health crisis could pool resources and expertise. Both countries could align their efforts with established frameworks like the ASEAN Development Bank's Safeguard Policy Statement to ensure environmental and social protection. They could also develop regional mechanisms and create flexible, transboundary frameworks to address interconnected issues like trafficking and climate change. At another level, the countries could also focus on innovation and invest jointly in technology to bridge the digital divide, ensuring vulnerable groups gain access to education and economic opportunities. Also, while promoting inclusivity, both countries should prioritize stakeholders' engagement, ensuring that affected communities have a voice in shaping development projects. In terms of the benefits of collaboration, collaboration can ensure no group is left behind by integrating economic and social development. Collaboration can also reduce tension between the two powers by focusing on shared goals. And lastly, collaboration establishes sustainable, long-term partnerships with the Southeast Asian nations, enhancing trust and regional stability. In closing, the challenges facing vulnerable populations in Southeast Asia require urgent and inclusive solutions. While the US and China have distinct approaches, their collaboration holds immense potential to address systematic inequities and emerging vulnerabilities. By leveraging their strength and aligning efforts under multilateral frameworks, the two powers can foster sustainable, inclusive development that truly leaves no one behind. Thank you.